Alright, you just pushed my hand to make this video. I've not been doing this one because, let's face facts here, most people don't get it, but I'm going to be actually explaining to you why banning why if you live in the country, party politics is the problem. Alright, 3.458 trillion. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Alright, so let's burn through this and have a little chat about this, alright? So here's the problem with party politics. Everybody's upbringing is basically along the lines of you've been raised up to believe in this particular party, so that means inevitably you're going to only think along the lines of the two dominant parties of your what? Easy operator. Okay. Yep. Alright. Okay. Wow. Alright. Alright. And because of that, that means basically everybody ends up inevitably thinking along the lines of this party's good, that particular party's good, that particular party is evil. And you can actually legit see this on X and how people, think along these particular political parties. Alright? I even saw a video where a person legit wished death on every Republican family member. No joke. Alright? And I'm going to actually show you why party politics is the problem. Alright? Alright, so I guess by the time we get to the browser. Alright. Wow. I ain't using time warp stuff. This ain't about time warp. There. Alright. Let's start off with this quote. Alright. People of the same trade seldom meet together, even for merit and diversion, but the conversation ends in a conspiracy against the public or in some contrivance to raise prices, by Adam Smith. Alright, let's get this out of the way. Alright, here we have Forbes, okay? This article is basically, long and short of it, are America's richest families Republicans or Democrats? And at the time of this article, this publication was July 9th, 2014 at 8:30 a.m. EDT. Alright, at the time, now keep this in mind, this is out of date because after Trump won the election, a lot of them bounced to Democrat, and Democrats jumped to Republicans, and now during Kamala Harris versus Trump, a lot of Democrats have gone to Republicans, vice versa, but look at this, 14% Democrat, 56% Republican, both 30%. Alright? That's billionaires. And you see Democrats all the time claiming the billionaires is the problem, blah, 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 but then they have the billionaires literally speaking to the Democrat voter base there. If they actually believed it, they would not be billionaires, point blank. If you actually look at the tax plans by Democrats and Republicans, the tax plan, and the short of it is, the tax plan always focuses on this, okay? There's a under billionaire benchmark they don't raise taxes on. What they do is they actually slot the taxes above the poorest population, but below the billionaire's population very heavily, because above the billionaire bracket, they can afford to basically go, I'll see you in court. So basically trying to collect, like, let's say $1,000 or $1 billion or whatever, they can afford to basically spend twice what the government would actually collect in taxes to basically fight back. So the United States government, and almost every country it's this way, they don't actually raise taxes on the billionaires or the trillionaires or above billionaires, because they could basically spend 3 times what they would end up collecting in taxes to fight back. So it's not worth it. Even the IRS admitted this, and in fact, I'm going to show you right now. I actually forgot to pull this up. Right here, CBS News: IRS audits the poor at 5 times the rate of everyone else. IRS says its number of audits is about to surge, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, see, right here, ProPublica, IRS, sorry, but it's just easier and cheaper to audit the poor. I just simply put in IRS confessed targeting the poor. And they admit it. And here's why party politics is basically the problem. In the end, okay?
Next.
Here, take a look at this.
In the end, basically what happens is you got Mr. Horse, who would be the weaker, more complacent party, and then you got John Licker here, who would be the more aggressive,
this one's representative
party.
of his sickly brain. All right, he's in.
That's how it always ends up going.
Stimpy.
All right? The banning of party politics to avoid that from happening. Hence why lobbyists quickly figured out we can either buy up the individual or we can buy up the political party. Hence why this quote is so true. You got groups of Democrats getting together, you got groups of Republicans getting together, and in the end, they end up looking after the party and a contrivance to raise prices on the public. That's the truth. And it's been that way. And the fact people blindly trust these political parties is baffling in itself. In fact, I want to show you right now. Why in large part they quit putting prices on the advertisements. That way, this doesn't happen. 5 cents for Pepsi Cola. Oops. Drink Coca-Cola 5 cents in bottles. That way you can't do this. You can't collect these vintage advertisements with the prices on. That's why they quit having the price on the advertisements. Now, one time to make my point about this, about why party politics in the end always ends up. You stop thinking about it between when Coca-Cola was 5 cents to now. Either party's been in power. Both parties are actually technically in power. I'm not going to explain how the bills, the taxes, and everything gets done, okay, and who decides what, all right? But in the end, regardless of what party's in charge, it ends up with the same side effect. Prices on the public going up, people getting poorer, and they make that roadblock stopping you from being able to basically jump over it to keep you poor and them more richer and more powerful to be able to basically live comfortably off of you, the public. That's why they so aggressively target that very narrow margin. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. Something most people don't know about. President of Saudi Arabia ending the petrodollar deal sparked online discussion about the potential decline of the dollar. Yep. They would claim it didn't exist despite the fact that it did exist. There was actually, Yep. And you're actually already seeing the signs of it ending. Alright? Alright, now I'm going to explain to you a simple basis of, currency. Alright? For a dollar to be worth something, it has to be backed by something. Alright? China's currency is backed by a highly, lucrative IP theft and making the stuff cheaper industry, backed by the Communist China Party and other stuff that I'm not going to get into right now. Okay? Japan's currency is backed by an extremely lucrative entertainment sector with anime and Japanese cars and other such, things, all right? A currency to be worth something has to be backed by, simply put, something. And I want you to sit down and I want you to really, really, really think about it. Okay? I'm not going to give you the answer because you could probably easily look this up yourself. What does the United States actually produce that's worth anything right now? Okay? And if you say, Hollywood, entertainment, or music, I want you to seriously take any studio and any studio name or video game manufacturer that makes any of their games here in the United States, which ain't too many because they're some part of your American developed game is in part made in another country. Okay? Flat out it is. Be it the textures, the art, the renderings, the animations. Something's made in another country, okay? So even that's iffy. Even Hollywood shoots parts of their movies in other countries. So even that's, Alright, just take any of them, literally look up layoffs. Okay? That's going to be jarring. Alright? So, the answer is not entertainment. Okay? Well, what about guns, bombs, and missiles and bullets? Yeah, the United States doesn't make all of them. And they do sell a pretty good chunk of them to other countries and questionable behavior following the United States Constitution, at best. So, if the United States' only major industry is weapons of Therefore, does the political party backed by the military sector have a good reason to actually want any form of peace? So, to round this off, we've now established the situation in the United States. Political parties, its currency, and its industry. That's why the United States keeps basically raging proxy wars and basically giving them money to rebuild. Because if the United States doesn't make anything that the public wants to buy, really, all right, or they can't get some alternative in another country easily and probably cheaper, so that means the only option the United States has to have the U.S. dollar attempt to basically be accepted by other countries is, well, in short, giving them stupid amounts of money to basically flood other countries with it. So, okay, whatever. So, why would getting rid of party politics in the end probably solve this? Well, let's face facts here. Most people vote down ticket. I'm going to vote this particular party. I'm going to vote that particular party because party politics makes it just easier for me to basically decide I'm going to vote for this particular person because they've got insert this particular little alphabetical or number or whatever next to their name stating that they belong to my particular political party. So, if you got rid of that, then it would force people to actually look into the individual and what they've said, what they've done. Individual merit would be your only way you can vote. That's why party politics is the problem. And now I'm going to explain to you why this video ended up happening. So I was basically I put a comment on below a video. I'm going to say the elephant in the room, and that is banning party politics. A person put a reply as, that doesn't even make sense. This was on YouTube. I tried. It took me 3 tries to put a reply why it makes sense. The 2 most descriptive ones explaining why it makes perfect sense, YouTube did not allow to post at all. 3rd one did. It was the shortest reply. No major explanations, no details. That's why this video got made, and it's YouTube's fault. So YouTube can take this. I don't care what they do to my channel. I don't care if they shadow ban me again. But this video exists because of YouTube. I wasn't going to do this video because the public isn't ready yet for this video. But I've done it now. And so, I guess at this point, crazy number of quadrillions in this game. That's crazy. Alright. So I'm guessing the best thing for me to do to wrap it up is the quote. And here it is. People of the same trade seldom meet together even for merit and diversion, but the conversation ends in a conspiracy against the public or in some contrivance to raise prices. Adam Smith said it best. Here's another quote. You can fool some of the people sometimes, but you can fool all of the people all the time. As always, I guess this Adventure Capitalist video is done as always. Thank you for watching. And don't forget what Adam Smith said. As always, thank you for watching. Peace out, everyone.